in my Cat 140, and got some more back sloping to do. Took and burnt the ditch off this morning. I still got some snow in the ditch here, but I don't think it's going to bother me too bad. I guess time will tell anyway. But I just wanted to show everybody what I'm working with here. This road gets extremely bad in the winter time. So I'm hoping I can get this all rolled back here and get the fence line all leveled off here and whatnot. But it's well over half a mile anyway. Got a fair amount of dirt to move here. There's probably a good 2 to 3 feet of dirt in most spots to shave off of this back slope here. Had a local contractor come out. He tore out the fence and ripped out a couple of trees that were sitting in here. So I'm don't have to deal with that. I'm sure I'll still find a few fence posts and whatnot buried in here. But as you can see, its road's kind of lowest spot. So definitely a good candidate for a back sloping job. And I don't have any buried utilities to worry about besides power, but that's out in the field, so I can get pretty aggressive on this one. So that'll be nice. But I got majority of it to burn, so that'll definitely be a lot nicer when it comes to pulling this off here anyway. No, but that's what I'm working with here. I'll take and shoot a video once I get going. Moving dirt with the 140 with the levers today. Working on back sloping this 3/4 of a mile here. It, had a lot of corn stalks and tall grass all bunched up together. Kind of a big mess, but was finally able to get it covered up with enough dirt. I tried burning it off. As you can see over here, I got the road ditch part burned off pretty good, but there was a lot of snow and shit up in top of the fence line, so it didn't burn very good. So ended up having to work out all that junk. Very happy I got a all-wheel drive machine. I've been pulling the snow in, and if anybody's ever worked in snow and black dirt, it just gets extremely slimy. It's not exactly wet, but it just makes the top kind of greasy and makes it hard to get traction. So I definitely appreciate having the all-wheel drive to pull me through this. But I still probably got another 8 to 10 inches to pull off on this far stretch here to the south. I'll go right down to the bottom of the ditch there. You can kind of see there's still a gap, so I will go right down to the bottom of the ditch and make sure everything is nice and level all the way across. Still kind of pulling a little bit of grass here and there, having to deal with that. But I probably pulled already a good probably 2 foot of material off the top of this where the old fence line was at here. These machines, they have really good lugging power. I'm not working the blade that hard right now because I'm just moving my loose material back out into the field, you know, leveling that off. But it gets down to cut. She hangs right in there. A lot of times I do my heavy cutting in second. You can do it in third, but it's almost too fast. So I just stay in second gear and I don't have any problems that way. I'm in third right now, just rolling material out into the field here. So you can see, like right in here, there's a fair amount of snow that I've actually pulled out into the field here. It's making it a little bit slimy, but nothing that I can't work through. Normally these tires that I got on here, they're a Snow Plus tire. They're really good in snow, but you get them in kind of wetter conditions, they fill up and then they kind of turn into racing slicks. But haven't had too much trouble with it today so far. But this road here used to get, normally it would get just horrible for snow in the winter time. Snow would blow in here and drift up and make a heck of a mess for us. And they just built a new house over here. So we finally got the landowner to take the fence out. We level everything off out in our right of way, out into the farmer's field at no charge to them, because it definitely helps us out on snow removal cost. So it's kind of a win-win for both parties. They get their good black dirt back and I get rid of a snow problem, so kind of works out really good that way. They hired an excavator to come in and pull that hilltop off there. There was way too much material for me to ever do anything with the blade. Extremely windy today, blowing about 30. That's South Dakota in the fall for you, though. I can tell you one thing, I kind of miss my my M series right now. You really don't realize how nice it is to have your controls in 2 joysticks when it comes to turning around on the end and moving your blade lifts. Once you have your blade set, you really don't mess with everything. But for turning around and shifting gears, where you got to still run the shifter on this one and run your blade, you know, to manipulate your blade, there's a huge difference there. weather seems like it's gonna hold for a while here. Looks like we got another couple weeks pretty nice weather, so if I can work till the second week of December, I'll be pretty dang happy. Have a chance to get all my dirt work done, and should probably have a chance to make around on all my townships, blade all the roads up, and after that it'll be time to put the wings on. I kind of dread putting the wing on every year, but put it this way, it's a lot easier to have the wing on and not need it than to actually need it and not have it ready to go. So generally, depending on the weather, I always have the wing on, you know, sometimes before Thanksgiving, and sometimes it's first or second week of December. It really depends on the weather. That's kind of how that goes anyway. Seems like you find a pretty good few good sized rocks along doing these fence lines. Pretty good sized one there. Roll him out in the field. Let somebody else pick it up. That's kind of the nice thing about doing this. Somebody else's problem, not mine. You can tell there are a bunch of trees in this old fence line. Contractor's got his excavator sitting up there. Shut my differential off as I go in turn here. Get my blade spun around here. I've been really wanting to get some drone video of me doing dirt work like this, but seems like every day lately the damn wind wants to blow 25-30 mile an hour, and it's not very good drone flying weather, so I I unfortunately can't do anything about that. That's the only bad thing I don't like about having South Dakota weather in the fall. It's all winds always seems to be blowing, so don't get as many opportunities as what I'd like to use it, but it is what it is. So I don't know, a tip that I'll tell people, if you do a lot of these fence lines like I'm doing this fall, if you have heavy vegetation that you can't burn off, or you know, corn stalks or whatever it is, the trick to make your life a lot better is to get them cut off and then kind of roughly lay it out in the field, and then you got to take and cover it up with good dirt. So you get good black dirt that doesn't have any per se trash in it, like grass or, you know, crop material. And you cover that stuff up with good black dirt, then you can take and recut it again, and it'll eventually start you know, blending down enough that you can process it. So like this right here, I'm just letting this good black dirt roll right in with this grass and whatnot, and it's pretty well all just went away. Getting into some heavier material, so I locked my differential there. It's actually pretty amazing what these machines can, you know, do in the dirt. I'm pushing a crap ton of material here right now. Thing that you got to keep in mind when doing this is you want to make, when you're rolling that material out in the field, you want to have a nice transition from the edge of your back slope out into the field. You don't want to build such a ridge there that they have to have a heck of a time, you know, planting their end rows in the farm field. So you want to kind of level that stuff out nice, that way it's an easy transition for them. we about got this laid out in the field here, what I'll do is make one more pass to get rid of everything. What I do is I kind of leave my left side of the blade, or my right side of the blade there, kind of matching the existing edge of dirt there. And what I'll do is I'll just let this dirt and grass and stuff just slide right out underneath the left-hand side, or the left-hand side of the blade there. And a lot of this stuff, you know, it looks really rough and chunky right now, but through the course of winter, it'll all bust up and dissolve through our freeze and thaw cycle. So even if the farmer doesn't get in here with a disc this fall yet and break it up, he'll be able to work it right away in the spring and everything will be nice for him. This probably takes the longest, is just getting the material out in the field, you know, making that many rounds back and forth. It just takes a good amount of time to get rid of stuff. Well, we'll get it all worked out here. There. So now that I pretty well got everything laid out in the field here, I'll go down to where my cut starts again here, and I will start trimming more dirt off of here. Well, I got her all wrapped up. Looks a little bit different after you spend 6.5 hours leveling dirt out in the field. Really happy how this turned out. Ended up taking about 3 feet of dirt off a lot of the spots. Got rid of my big ridge. This will greatly help in the wintertime now. Found a few fence posts along here, but not too bad ultimately. Figured it'd be worse than what it was. All right along here there was probably a good foot of dirt on this hillside. Even up to the bottom here, coming up this hill. Now it's all leveled out in the field nice. They'll be able to farm it nice. Snow won't blow in here near as bad, so definitely well worth doing it. Really happy how this one turned out. So much snow here, I actually had to rinrow it in the ditch to get rid of it. It was making the dirt too slimy, so I just rinrowed it in the ditch. Yeah, if you remember the before video I shot, took a lot of dirt off of here. About 6.5 hours, not too bad. Got it all leveled out, really turned out nice. That's a wrap on that one. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Got any questions on anything, put them down in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.